Hello, and I would like to say welcome to my channel. Okay, my name is Richard Clark, but online my name is Wushu Richard. Now, I want to welcome you, anybody. Okay, if you found my channel and you found me in my videos, I want to say before I've had like various different channels online. Okay, on YouTube and other channels too, other websites. But this is my channel here, and Wushu Richard Life, this channel, okay? And basically I would like to welcome anybody here, and I would like to introduce myself a little bit better to you. If you know me through contacts or friends or in any way, you know, or if you've just come across my videos, I want to tell you what you will find on my channel, okay, first of all. What videos do I make, and who am I? First of all, my name is Richard Clark. I was born in England, okay, in London. In this video now, you will see from the upload date, okay, it's actually 2013, okay, the year 2013. We're in November, and I have just had my birthday around almost a week ago. I was 31 years old. I've been training in martial arts ever since I was 12. Okay, when I was 12 years old, I started learning martial arts, and the reason for that was because I didn't have hardly any friends at all. Tell you the truth, I don't remember having any true friends until some of the good friends I've met online here. To be honestly true, I've been through some absolute terrible ordeals. I was bullied when I was younger. I've been bullied most of my life. To tell you the truth, man, I've been bullied, I've been bullied up until this day. Pushover, weakling, I don't know what people see me as, okay, pretty thin guy. I'm not the most toughest guy, okay, but I've been in some threatening, very dangerous situations too, which I don't want to talk about here in this video. But I've been through I've been through hell basically, most of my life. Now, it's a living kind of like more so mental torture. But what I want to say, okay, is yeah, my name's Richard Clark. I'm a fun-loving person in terms of a person who loves life and loves to seek the good in life. I try to keep it healthy. Okay, in terms of, I mean, nobody is like 100% healthy in terms of, you know, what you eat or whatever, you know. I like to eat spicy hot food, you know, chocolate and all that. But the thing is, like, you know, I do try to watch it, but the thing is, like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't approve of any of that or taking drugs or anything that harms your body. Why would someone do that? I don't understand. But I know people have different addictions and whatever. I seek to find communication with all kinds of people. As I say, I'm English, but I've been living here in China for a good many years now. As I say, almost 8 years to this date. And I can speak Mandarin Chinese, some most basic Mandarin Chinese. My family here is actually Chinese. I've got a Chinese wife and family, okay? Yeah, so that's basically a little basic background of me there and what I've been through. As I say, I was bullied when I was younger. I've been living in well, the way I see it, like prison-like conditions. I mean, that's what it really, really is. I've been through some absolute hell, and I'll be happy to share with others. The reason I make videos, okay, full stop, is I want to share with others and show that there is light. If there's good within you, and if there's realization and understanding within you, as in you can make a better tomorrow, or you understand yourself, you know, and you know how you want to live today, and you know what you like in life, then you have a chance. And I want to share my opinion, not force my opinions on people or what I believe as knowledge, but I mean my experiences in my one life. We're all unique. I want to just share with everybody. Through my videos, I make communication with people and try to help others if I can. That's what martial arts is about. It's not about being selfish. My mum, when I was younger, she took me to learn karate when I was 12 years old. Okay, I didn't have many friends. I was not into football. I was getting bullied every day. Not the toughest kid either. And my mum wanted me to learn some kind of physical activity to get me stronger, maybe get me out of the house, because I was always in front of the TV and that, you know. She wanted me to like get out and learn something and go do some sport or something like that, you know. But so what happened is she took me to the local karate school. It was actually done in a library at the time. I will go into more detail and talk to you. I mean, it has been requested of me to be talking about this kind of stuff. But I will talk more in future videos to let you know more about me, I think, and communicate. I learned karate for a few years. Okay. Then I moved on later on, and I started to learn kickboxing. I learned kickboxing for a few years, hardcore training. I learned 5 Animal Kung Fu, Southern Systems of Kung Fu also, with another teacher. I learned some basic, as I say, Wing Chun, which later on I developed further, and now Wing Chun to this day is like my most important martial art to me. I feel it's so great. I've learned some basic Tai Chi too, and I incorporate that into my own system. Over the years, I've studied many different systems of martial arts, you see. I'm not an expert as saying one system or somebody else's system, but I've taken all the good from different areas and the years of hands-on, real good training and study from good teachers, and I've put it on all the sources that I've learned from, and I've put it together, and I've trained myself every single day. I will do some physical training, exercise, not to be like strong and say that, you know, I'm comparing others, because I'm quite a thin guy anyway, but I train my own way. Be flexible, to be healthy in body and mind, strong, and I train the self-defense techniques, the tactics and the training methods. I've learned different kind of weapons training too, okay, double sticks, not cully, okay, but sticks. Okay, I've learned butterfly knives. I say the 5 Animal Kung Fu I learned was tiger, snake, crane, leopard, and a little bit of mantis. No dragon, but mostly crane and then some tiger. I learned southern and northern systems of the bow staff and also the broadsword. Plus other kinds of like weapons training and ninjutsu like training from different systems like the bare hand stuff and the weapon stuff, things I've learned like online from people and stuff too of that nature, which I've been very lucky to have learned. So like that. Coming to China though, here I continued my training obviously in martial arts because I wanted to. In Long Fist Wushu basics, okay, Wushu, hence the name Wushu Richard. But the reason I chose the name Wushu Richard in the past, it was because I was a big fan of like Jet Li, you know, the movies of Jet Li in the past, you know, I was really into his kind of style of Kung Fu. But I love all martial arts, Budo, Kung Fu, Gung Fu, Wushu, Wugong, however you want to pronounce this, okay, Gung Fu, you know, or whatever system or, you know, whatever martial arts are out there, I'm into. I'm not into this kind of like sport fighting as such and MMA and all that for many reasons. It's my own personal reasons. I like the traditional ways more so, which incorporate, you know, the traditional martial arts, talking about being humble, honest to yourself, trying to be a good, better person, seeking peace and to be humble within yourself, not full of ego or wanting to fight for money or not you know, the best warrior wants to train himself to be an absolute warrior. I'm talking all that, Bushido, all that. You go and study the old ways, you know, the older knowledge that's out there. It's all that. The true martial arts were about being a better person, learning peace by becoming a warrior. If you always want to put negativity out into the world, ultimately that's coming from unhappiness, uncleanness, and you'll never be clear in yourself, and you will never be happy. You put rubbish out, you know, you fill your house with rubbish, you will be living in that, and you will become stinky. So you've got to, you know what I mean? You would not put disease and crap out, never clean your house. You just end up sick, right? So put good out, you know. You grow out a healthy garden, plant trees and air, you know. I'm not saying I'm clever and all this, or I think I'm speaking some wise words, but seriously, when we all go through our lives, we all have to grow old, but it's this one world, but it's one chance to live a beautiful life, you know. If you plant these trees around, you're going to get more oxygen and live a better life, right? You do good, you put kindness out into the world, communication with others, and show people patience, and show that you're willing to communicate, you're willing to try to understand others at least. I feel in this way, slowly. You can practice this too. You don't need to listen to me in the video. Listen to what you feel is right. Put good out, show a smile, and you will see that good coming back to you. It's not just a fake thing. I'm living all like the yin-yang, yin and yang, and yin-yang principles. My life, I'm a deep philosopher too. Excuse me, but it's okay, next door neighbours. But, you know, it's true. When you say look in the mirror and you smile and you see that face looking back at you, right? You look in the mirror, you can't run from the truth. You are that itself, okay? So, how would you feel if every day, if you were to walk out into the world and if you were to see everybody looking back at you with a negative face, with a very angry face? How would you feel? How would you feel? Or then turning their back to you? Sadly, it's like that more often than needed. You know. But how would you feel if you were to go out into the world one morning and everybody would be smiling to you, or there to, oh, let me help you out, you know, holding the door for you, or just interested in what you say, you know, or there. How would you feel? You would feel this is a good day, right? This is the world that I want to live in. Wouldn't you feel that way? Somebody just comes up to you, eating something, you know, and they say, "Are you hungry, man?" You know, give you for free, give you something. You know what I mean? How am I living in a dream world? Now you say I'm living in a dream world. I need to step back to reality. Yeah. Well, for me, I don't want to step into a reality every morning in the reality that other human beings are making. If I can stand up every morning, get out of my bed, and say to myself, I want to make the world better. I want to live a happy day, have a happy day today. I want to do what I want to do. You know, not kicking people's heads in. You know, just saying, I want to go out today, make friends with others. I want to get something. It's the same old thing. It's like if you want to get something so badly, you can fight at least to try and get that. You can fight harder always to get it. But it's like you don't need to destroy the world to live in it, because you know what I mean. You smash up your house, you've got no house to live in. So I want to see that world. If you want to see it, you've got to make it. If you want to get it, you've got to make it. You've got to do it. You've got to make it happen. So if I can do that, why can't other people? That's how I see it. No matter how hard it is, one person cannot beat the whole world, control and influence everybody necessarily. But this is maybe just bullcrap I'm speaking now. I'm not even speaking from any kind of like religious point of view or any kind of that. I'm speaking from just my understanding, from whatever that source is. Be it my own confusion, whatever it may be. But I can only work with what I have. But your heart is beating inside your body every day. Okay? Your mind doesn't need to think, oh, I have to work hard now, my heart. Your heart beating inside doesn't think, does it? It doesn't think to itself, oh, why should I beat so hard, so much hard work, and they forget, and it becomes lazy and you just die. No, it just keeps going. So that heart beating inside you should be enough. All those thoughts you're thinking about every day, oh, the stress you've got on your plate, oh, so-and-so said this or that. Whatever you're thinking in your mind every day, these unhappy things, and you don't like this and you don't like that. That should also be a positive thing from you, from two sides. The positive brings negative, the negativity brings positivity too, don't forget. So it's like they say, you know, you can't have positivity without negativity. But you know what, you can't have negativity without positivity too. So, you know what I mean, we're here, excuse my language, but you know what I mean, yeah? So it's like, those thoughts in your mind, when you're thinking about those negative things and you don't like it and you feel unhappy, you've got to remember, that is the exact reason of why you can smile. That's why it becomes nothing all of a sudden. That is why it becomes so irrelevant, because you understand that you're unhappy with that. You don't like that. That means you know, every human being knows that there is a better alternative to that. That's no good. It's bringing you unhappiness. All negativity comes from negativity itself. That's what it's putting out. It's the same when you get apples from the apple tree, you don't get oranges from the apple tree, do you? That's the same thing, right? So, you've got to remember, clean it out. A dead tree with no water in it. Read knowledge, study yourself from the root that is you. So you wouldn't give your cup of water to somebody else when you're starving of thirst and that guy's already got some, would you? That's foolish, right? But kindness, in return, pays back. Next time you're thirsty, he might, you know what I mean? So you've got to find balance. You don't give yourself up, you know, as I say, You don't pay, and you have nothing. That's what paying is. You're developing, and you're being kind, being communicating with other people, and you live, and you improve yourself by improving the world you live in. You know what I mean? It's like, you see these fish. We're not fish, we're human beings, right? But fish can teach us a lot, like I said before. Fish can't even close their eyes. It's like they have to see the truth when they're swimming in the tank or the water. They're just living in there. And they have to come out and breathe for air, but they've got to realise that that's where they are. So there are lessons for human beings. But it's like, we're not fish, we're human beings. We can clean up our surroundings. Now, there are many natural animals and things like on land and on the sea, in the sea, which do clean up their surroundings and their habitat. But we've got to clean up our habitat sometimes. We've got to clean up ourselves, use the wise brain we've been given, because we're not monkeys or fish. You know what I mean? We need to understand that we have the capability in our bodies and our minds to do better. Fish can't go around and clean out their fish tank. You know what I mean, yeah? People have to do it for them, right? But it's like, we can clean our life, but make our life better. So we need to work harder with the minds we've been given. Why have you not got a peanut in your head? Because, you know, because you're a human being, so you've got a brain. You can use it to do good. If you're unhappy, think about why you're unhappy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what it is. And don't walk that path. Stop today and live a better today. Be a better you. This is what I'm standing for. I know I'm rambling here, I'm talking a lot, but try to do it better for yourself. You and live it the way you want to live it. Now, I started learning karate when I was 12 years old, as I say. Then I learned five animal kung fu. So kickboxing first, and then 5 animal kung fu. A tiny bit of taekwondo, 2 weeks in taekwondo. As I say, coming to China, it was long fist wushu, some basic tai chi, and also some basic bagua training too. Online, I've been lucky to learn bits and pieces, and from many different sources like videos and books and online, I've been able to learn some ninjutsu training, kempo, and aikido training. Also some Muay Thai and basic normal boxing too. Including, and also various other systems of other martial arts and weapons training. But what I want to say, okay, is it's all good, and it can all help a person, I believe, to be a better person. And this is what we strive for, to be strong within ourselves, okay, in that nothing can beat us, or at least have that mentality. You'll never be invincible, we'll never be like Superman, even he had his weaknesses. But we are capable people. I don't care. There's people in this world who can't walk. Or there's people in this world who have problems with their body, or let's say like, you know, things like that. Or certain things. You could be blind, deaf, okay, you could be, you know, you might have problems with your body, you know, you can't walk or whatever. But there's people out there who are making it happen. There's people behind bars even. You know, that should be a thing to think about for anybody. There's people behind bars on death row or whatever, regardless of whatever it was, but they're trying to make it better today. They're writing stories and things like that, getting it published on the outside. You know what I mean? When they know this is their last days of their life. There's people, you know, who are in intensive care, or people that are stricken with diseases like cancer and things like that, and conditions. You know what I mean? There's small little young kids who have dreams, who are also stricken with such diseases sometimes and things and conditions. There's old people too. There's old people that have done so much good in their life, but they've not been given anything for it, but they're never even worried. They're just still positive, and they put a smile out to the world. My nan was always a positive woman. But you see what I'm saying, okay? Like, there's people out there in the world now taking drugs, crime, gangs, greediness, even in the workplace, in homes, in families, in different cultures across the world. Selfishness. There's people who are committing suicide, young people out there. There's people out there just putting people down, swearing. There's people who just don't give, excuse my language, don't give a fuck and all this, what the fuck, your fuck life and all this. And that's what I want to say, okay, in this video I want to tell you, I don't approve of negativity, okay? There's people that don't understand, you know, what they're living for. I understand what I'm living for. And these people will say, well, yes, they do understand what they're living for. They're living for what they believe is right. But listen, if you're unhappy really, or if you need to look at why. And if you look at what you have, a lot of people will say, well, I have very little. They don't realise the good they're having, and they have the health in them, they've got their own ideas, they've got their own opinions, they've got their own feeling of being so, having so little. That should be enough to say, well, I want to help myself, I want to do good today. They've got to understand when you're talking to a wall, you don't get anything. You need to communicate with people. But if you're going around killing people every day, and beheading people and taking drugs and gangs and wars and fighting every day, that ain't going to get you anything at the end of the day. Apart from an endless cycle of pain. Really. Okay, because you know that. It's like a lot of people in the gangs and stuff, they'll say like it's the gang life, and fair enough, it may be hard, but it's the gang life, it's hard to get out of that. But it's like ongoing. It's the gang life, and it's just like, they will say, well, once you're in it, you can't get out of it, But the thing is, like, it's like wars in different countries, wars, the same thing. Why do you think they last years and years and years and years? A war may go through someone's whole lifetime. This Afghanistan, America, or whatever kind of, anywhere in the world, the wars that I see online, when I go online and I see the stuff that's going on in the world, in the news every day, when I see all of that, I think to myself, that's been going on for years. They talk about stuff like back in, before 1999 or 2000. I'm thinking, what's going on when you think about things like that, or like back in, 9/11 and all of that. I'm thinking, what's going on? Life's just going by. And when you hear about stories of like World War I and World War II, you think of veterans and all this, you just think, what are people doing? Prisons being filled up with people. There's enough like poor people in the world and stuff, and sick people. Why can't we put out some good into the world? Why can't we learn to communicate? Some of the most poorest countries in the world, I don't want to say backward, but or undeveloped or developing countries, but it's like some places in the world, there are places where families have very little, but they have love and heart for each other. And ironically, unbelievably, there are also places like that, where also greed exists, greed and selfishness, fighting and bickering. Human beings just seem to be constantly doing that. But you've got to put good out to get good back, and that's what it is. You've just got to do it. That's what it really, you can't keep. I've heard things like online, I've seen like terrible beatings, stabbings, violence, people attacking people. I've seen there's stuff online apparently where people walking around and knocking people out on the street. It might seem like funny, but if it was a movie maybe, but there's people on the streets attacking people violently for nothing. Violence is wrong. Martial arts teaches you self-control. It teaches you to deal with that. Those people who are not in control of themselves, when uncontrolled, they might say, well, it's very controlled, they just knock you in the head, and they're trained to be fighters even, for example, but that's not what it's about. Martial arts teaches you to deal with the opposing forces, or the forces that are coming at you which could do you harm, by not going to deal with that problem, let's say, dealing with yourself, controlling your energy so that nothing touches you, nothing can hurt you. Like my teacher used to say, if something doesn't touch you, it can't hurt you. So learn to defend yourself and believe in yourself. Martial arts, I'm a very big fan of O Sensei for his Aikido. That being in harmony with the opponent's energy and love for the whole world and trying to do good. This way you will be a badass, combatant warrior. If that is what it's to be. If that's what it's to be, if you're always faced with negativity, you've got to improve yourself to have any chance of dealing with that. Do you always want to have enemies? Do you always want to have pain in your life? I mean, stuff that's coming in from outside, you've got to deal with that every day. Isn't that boring? Have you seen the movie? I've seen the film, called Man of Tai Chi, a very good film. But I love the point in the end of the film, regardless of if you like it or not. I like the film, but Man of Tai Chi, the film, in the end of the film, when the guy Chen, who his name is Tiger Chen, the guy when he fights with Keanu Reeves in the film, and at the end when he finally admits it, he says, "I am nothing." It doesn't mean I'm nothing. You've got to become nothing to be everything. You'll be humble before you can have power. You go with the flow of nature. You go with the flow of that force, so that's the only way. You've got to become nothing so you can become everything. Nothing bad so you can become nothing good. I'll say it that way. Yeah? In terms of opposing force and attack. You're not attacking, you're defending, right? But you don't need to worry and be paranoid and fight. You've got to deal with it and live your life and walk the way you want to walk and stand how you want to stand. Okay? Go with the flow of nature and you will never go wrong. Never go wrong, excuse me. And you know, so you've got to be true in yourself. You've got to become nothing so you can become everything. Be humble so you can become powerful. When you become nothing, you will become everything. And that will affect the opposing side. Because you can't have, you know, two things. There's always two sides. So if you are connected with the energy of your opponent, then your negativity will become positivity. Yeah? By what I mean by that is that he is everything and you are nothing. Yeah? When you become nothing, you become everything. So that everything will become nothing. Do you understand? It's quite deep, yeah? My philosophy in life is everything is nothing and nothing is everything. I follow the philosophy of yin and yang, like a yin-yang philosophy, martial arts and all of that. I study sciences, philosophy, different kinds of philosophy, Eastern and different kinds of methods, okay, knowledge. I always try to read and enrich my mind. I'm a writer, I'm a philosopher. I also make raps and stuff online. You'll see my videos. In a lot of my videos, I'm rapping and all this, and motherfucker and all this crazy. But I want you to understand, even great rappers have even said themselves, you know, regardless of any good or not. And so, you know, some rappers have even said that it's not about, if you want to make a rap, you've got to have something to rap about. You've got to have a point you want to put across. It's all the same vehicle. It could be an artist drawing, someone playing some music through their violin, whatever. It could be anything. Martial arts, expressing something, somebody, an actor, whatever you're a writer, whatever you do, it's a form of expression of the mind. But you've got to have some knowledge up here. You can't be living in darkness. A lot of these people going around nowadays, it's like rap. You know, who am I to say? I'm trying to say, you know, a lot of people out there, you know, rapping and all this, or going, they know about that, you know, or the hood life and all this, and fuck life, and they're going around killing each other, taking drugs. That's not what it's about. The true thing what it's about is you coming from a situation where you've been through some hardship, I'll put it that way, and you're standing up and you're saying, I'm a human being, I've got a point, I can live, I can do it, you know. And it's like, you know, Rocky, and all, I'm a big fan of Rocky, you know what I mean? Rocky Balboa and all that, you know. So it's all the same thing, you know, the Shaolin Temple, all of this in ancient history, you know, overcoming evil by being good. You know what I mean? Two wrongs don't make a right, and all that, see? So you've got to have that element of good in you in order to be the hero. If you give up and you start being a nasty fucker, you know, someone's trying to kill me, someone's calling me names, and you pull out a machete, chop their head off, that's no good. I know the movie was good, machete, but I'm just trying to say, you know, see, I'm speaking serious, real life, down to earth, concrete talk here. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm still smiling and joking around. And people will look at me and say, well, look at him, he's got like no, you know, education, no, he's immature with that. But no, it's balancing out. You've got to live life to the full, enjoy it, be happy, enjoy your life, and make the most out of life. By balancing it, taking it seriously, enjoy your life, have fun, enjoy it. Don't make it this hard working, pain, torturous path, walking to death, as many people say. No, you're living life today. If today's the last day in your life, live it to the full. Why not? Not live it like a fool, you know? Live it to the full. Like that believes in fall in autumn now. I'm just trying to say, you know, so you will see me in my, you know, videos. In my videos, you will see me teaching martial art techniques. This is no joke. I prefer teaching people face to face. I've been teaching people, you know, the last few years. I don't believe I'm so great, okay? I've told you that. I'm humble. I don't believe I'm so great. Anyone can just knock me out on the street. Anyone can knock even a master out, okay, don't forget that. Anyone can walk up to somebody and take somebody out by surprise and knock them the F out. Excuse my language, I speak how I want to speak and express myself. It's all in good positivity. You know what I'm saying, yeah? So, I prefer teaching people, you know, hand-to-hand teaching properly, but through my videos, I want to share serious training methods, just my way. You might not see it as any good or whatever, I don't know, but I hope you enjoy it. On my videos, on my channel, it says Kung Fu and Entertainment. Okay, so Kung Fu, what I really mean is all martial arts and also entertainment. So I make fun videos, okay, too, short movies and things from my imagination, some crazy stuff too, all kinds of comedy stuff, horror, action, martial arts, comedy like movies and action movies, serious stuff too, but action, I mean, for entertainment, you know. Movies I make, short films, demonstrations. I make lots of fun videos too, being creative, my animation stuff too, my own music and beats and raps, as I say. Okay, I make a lot of talk videos and philosophy videos. Now you know I'm a deep rambler, I can talk too much too, right? I know that. And all that, but it's all about martial arts. Most of my videos will be teaching martial arts techniques and showing you how to train at home. Even if you've got not a lot of money, you can train at home. You know, you don't necessarily need, you know, everything to make everything. You know, you don't need more to make more. Sometimes when there's less, there's space to make more. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like a tree within a room. A tree with nowhere to grow. You need that hole in the ceiling for it to grow up. You know what I mean? Look up to the sky. Look at the sky the limit in a way. You know what I mean? If there was no sky, if there was no, then where would Superman fly? I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, if you weren't hungry, you know, then if you're not hungry, there's no food for you and all that. You know, so I'm a big, deep philosopher too. I love science. I'm not one for BS bullshit, really, y'all. But you know, I'm an open-minded person. I love to communicate with all kinds of people, even people out there if you're not into martial arts. I love to communicate with you on life, and everything is Kung Fu, Jackie Chan even said. But life is what we're doing. We're striving to be better human beings and live a better life. Okay? So I want to communicate with more people out there. I want to share through my videos. I hope you really enjoy my videos. I really mean that. I really do. And I hope I can enjoy your videos too and watch them. Please understand, it does get very difficult for me to leave comments with the tech problems sometimes online. YouTube, Google and all this. Facebook I don't often use, but I will. Okay, for that I want to use that too. I want to do so much more and continue sharing with everybody. I love making videos, I love life, I love communicating with people. My name is Richard Clark, or Wushu Richard. I respect all out there, anybody, for who you are. And the hardest part is everybody needs to learn to forgive. You know? But I want to say that I'm like almost endlessly forgiving of people. No matter who you are, I mean, everybody goes through different stages in their life. I've done foolish things too. I've done really crazy things. I've been lucky. I haven't, you know, harmed anybody or myself, but I've done crazy things too. In terms of like through temper and through impatience. You know me. I try to live like a monk. You know, I believe in all of that Zen and, you know, good for. I'm not religious, but literally in that kind of way, you know, studying the kind of like concepts of the idea behind like Buddhism and things like that, and the monk like life and believing in yourself, living a good life, you know, doing good and overcoming hardships, all that. Like I'm a big fan of Lao Tzu. He's called the Tao Te Ching, the Tao Te Ching, my favourite book, a Chinese book from the great Lao Tzu, a fantastic book. Okay, all of that. So I do a lot of reading too. I love fiction. I do a lot of writing too. I'm writing some books and fiction stuff, as well as some deep philosophy stuff and martial arts. I'm also might be making an autobiography book somewhere along the line, or something about my life, some books and e-books. I make my own music, as I say. I've got albums and stuff I'm putting online, raps and all that. Okay, keeping it cool. It's all in good fun. Okay, the lyrics, it's not to be taken seriously. When I'm talking about fuck this and fuck that, kick you in your fucking mouth, it's not. I'm not trying to abuse that. It's for fun. Okay, I'm just trying to say that live life to the full. You know, don't worry about any of that negativity because it's all in your mind, really. Other people's attitude towards you, it just don't matter. Believe in yourself. yourself. That's what it's all about, really, the deeper meaning behind it. See it all as a joke. Just every time you go out into the world every day and you see people putting you down and all this, think to yourself, damn, you know, pity them, huh? They can't even see what you're feeling inside because you feel bad, but you are man enough or woman enough to stand there and say, ah, I know, that is wrong, that's not good. And you know that it is better. But these people out there, they don't know. They're just thinking, put you down, you're a piece of shit, you know. Oh, I'm unhappy. That's like a baby crying. They can't even help themselves with no education in them. No knowledge. I don't care if you've been living in a room your whole life or living with one space, whatever your situation is, you have the power now to use what you know. What you know, because you know it better than anybody else. Your own experience is stronger than anybody else's understanding of that experience. It don't matter if you're 85 years old or they're 85 years old, it don't matter. That you've got your 85 years of experience. You don't compare with somebody else. Two babies, both 1 year old, or two old people, 100 years old. Who's got the most experience? It's the same damn thing. You've got your own, and he's got his own. He will never understand yours. How you feel it, but it's how you use it. It's knowledge is power. But it ain't until you start using it. You've got to use that to your advantage. And if you're not using it to your advantage, shit, what's using you? You know what I mean? So I'll stop this video here, right? Train on Stay. So thank you very much. I want to say thank you to all of my good friends and good subscribers and new friends and new subscribers too. Please remember, as I say, two things. I communicate with everybody through videos. I will happily do request videos anytime, talking to you about topics, saying hellos and shout outs to you, answering your questions, or making videos on training techniques, or anything that you'd like to see, apart from my ass, of course. Did I say that? I will communicate more. I may use Facebook, but I don't often use it. Remember that, okay? But I will use it for extra communication purposes. I know it's good and that. I don't use Twitter, to tell you the truth, but I use YouTube mostly. I use Facebook too. I have another channel, or other channels online, other video channels which I've used in the past and stuff, backlog and stuff. But I use my channel on YouTube. I've got stuff going on there. Always banging out, okay? All that, okay, here. Okay, so I've got that. I've got blogs and stuff I'm working on too. Books, other stuff online, bits and pieces that I told you about. Okay, I hope you enjoy everything. I just want to say, I hope you find my videos educational and entertaining, or one or the other, just positive in some way. I make some long videos and I make some short videos too, so please don't think I'm a long-winded rambler all the time. This is a long video where I'm talking a lot. I'm explaining who I am and sharing with you, okay, everybody. But I want you to understand that life is good out there in the world, and I know that. But where is it? You're always looking for it. Where's my key? It's in your hand. It's right here. It's in your pocket. You've been carrying it all along. It's like, where's the food? You know, it's right here. The shit, excuse my language, the poo-poo you've been cooking up. You ain't pooed it out. That's what's giving you the strength to live today, to do better. You've always been helping yourself anyway. You've come this far. It might seem like shit to some people, but really think about it. You feel unhappy maybe in yourself, and you've come to this point. You've been through that. You're the hero. We were all born into the world. That's a miracle in itself. You can do a lot more than this, I'm sure. You know, so you've been this far. No matter what other people say, you've been through nothing. You don't know the stress. You don't know hard work. You're lazy. No, you know what it feels like. And you've got two reasons there. One, you know what it feels like more than them, so that's your power. And secondly, you don't feel happy, and you feel, damn, you know, I can do more. Not to prove to others and such, but I can do more for myself. I can be better than the rambling of other people. It's not anger as such. I hate to say, I can do better. And it's like, yeah, that's the power within. Like the Shaolin monks training Kung Fu and all that. They're going crazy. Yeah, Qigong, smashing things. Always. It's not crazy like that. It's the power from that humble heart to do it. People will see what you are capable of. They'll see that you're a real, unique person, and you are an actual hero, like an icon, like Superman and all that. But I was trying to say, you are a motivation, a symbol. What do you call it? You are a embodiment of good to the world. People see that, an example, and they will look up to you and admire you for that. And you will need to do less hard work. So you do good, you know what I mean? And suddenly you'll find your life starts falling into place better. I'm not speaking from experience like I know. I'm the superhero. I've made the world so good. Yeah, I've got no stress in my life, and I've got the key to living a better life. I've seen people. There's been people out there writing books and stuff like, oh, the key to happiness and success and all this stuff. We can read all that. It will be right to do so too, even if we're not interested or we see it from our point of view as not even good or whatever. But whatever, reading more is going to help us, learning from the experiences of others and learning different ways from taking information from different sources to help ourselves to do better. Martial arts, you need to train hard and stay safe, as I always say. Keep out of danger first off, but train yourself to be a good fighter in terms of learning some ability to fight. It's not a joke around. It's training abilities, how to fight, how to keep healthy and fit, to fight against diseases, against attackers or whatever. Understanding combat in this day and age, we feel we need to do it. For self-defense, I feel we need to. Against guns and knives and all kind of violence, believe that. Okay? But I'm just trying to say, okay, you know what I mean? Yeah? You know, you want to live a better life, so put good out and good will happen. You'll find you'll work less hard work, you know what I mean? He's like an understanding boss or a manager of some kind of company, or a family head, or, you know, there's someone of power. They ain't got no power if they're just, you know, forcefully doing this and that. But they were more understanding with the people below them and communicating with others. They will find that everybody's happy, everybody starts to do their job better, works better, then you've got less work to do because everybody's helping each other and it's all happening. You know what I'm saying, yeah? It's like if you grow the garden right, you're a gardener and you're growing the garden right. I'm not saying I'm so wise and wisdom, philosophy man and all this, okay? I am a philosopher, as I say, of life and study life, but it's like, we all can be. It's like, all you need to do is study your body, study your mind, study the world around you, study all areas of life the best you can, with your own vision. Not a hell-frozen vision, although I say hold on to your vision and all that, but understand yourself. And say that, study what you do and how you make things work. Like a young baby, a toddler, would you have those little plastic toys? Yeah, the circle fits into the circle. It doesn't go into the square. Oh, the red goes with the red, the blue goes with the blue, yellow, green. Oh, the star, the triangle, all this, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. Oh, the animals go together, the fruit goes together, which they group things. But you start to learn things, don't you? Oh, the water connects with these. When he's thirsty, okay, and he goes to help so-and-so, or the bees want the honey, they go to the flower, get the nectar, and you start to understand that the 5 elements, that the fire, the water, all that, you know, the elements like the feng shui is called, okay, in Chinese, and this kind of thing, the elements of nature, and yin and yang and all that, and the Tao, the life was the Tao, the Tao, you see? So, that's the true thing, how it's all connected, how we're all actually connected as one. You think about your house has a problem, the water starts flooding out, the toilet's blocked, so-and-so gets fed up, or it's because of whatever you was eating earlier, you know, whatever I'm saying. In the house, you break a window, the wind's coming in freezing, your baby catches a cold, blah, 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 you've got to go downstairs, it all happened at the wrong time, so you go downstairs, there's no shop open for you to get to fix the window, or get the medicine for your baby, the chemist, so it's all connected. It's the same as anything in life. So you're sitting there, you're reading something online, that influences you for the whole day. Stuff going on in the world, the internet, the whole world's connected, the wars going on in the world. It's all actually connected. We're standing on the same planet, we're breathing the same air. You know what I mean? Ideas, minds, knowledge, books in libraries, massive libraries, and now we've got databases online of information. You see what I'm saying? So this is really, the mind is the key what drives the vehicle. I don't want people to see my videos and think I'm just a crazy guy doing martial arts, thinking I'm a badass fighter when I'm some skinny little asshole doing raps and all that, or just joking around with ninja videos and fun. No, I'm putting out good, and I want to, as I see, I'm trying to put out some good and positivity. So as I was saying, things are connected. You've got to understand how to make things work. First of all, you learn how to group things and what does what. But then you've got to learn to connect things. You've got to learn to put that plug into the plug socket not with a wet hand. You teach kids, right? Adults got to remember that too in the situations in life. Reflecting that from that situation, situations and knowledge can reflect off each other. It should influence. You should try to take the meanings of things to do things. The idea behind the thing is the most important thing, not the thing you do. So I'm going off on an absolute rant of madness here on this welcome video. Long talk here, but it's like you learn to plug the plug into the wall for the electric to make that thing work and switch it on. Don't forget to switch. Yeah, because you're just thinking about that part. You couldn't. Nobody can think of everything at the same time. But you've got to plan out what you're doing and keep aware of the whole situation, the fighting of defending yourself against an attacker, but looking around and being aware of other attackers around you. The same thing, right? With the whole picture. So if you're in a garden and you're a gardener, you know, as I was saying, you might understand how to do things. It's not just you plant these flowers here, you know, you plant those over there, and you plant this fruit tree over here. Now you've got to learn, maybe this will help that, how to plant the weeds so that they grow in another direction and they're not affecting those in a bad way, or such and some flowers and bees would go over there to this. You know what I'm saying? To have a connection with that, and they have somewhere to go. The animals have somewhere to live. The rabbits and the water, the fish. You know what I mean? And certain animals who like use the and help things to grow. It's all got to grow. It's like the Secret Garden. You know, have you ever seen that? The very old TV show where the very famous story. You know, where they're working together. It's a story of belief, saying that you can believe. You make the world what you want to make it. You know, it doesn't matter what other people. The most important thing is the belief inside, and you want to do some good and create. The young children, they're growing the things in this old garden that's been abandoned for years, it's really, you know, it's there for the taking. Really, if you want to make it, it's there for you. You just got to go and get it, and make it, and grow it, and develop it. Otherwise, you will grow up before your ideas grow into realization. Realize before you can realize and make it happen and become real. Understand that? But when you make it, you will see it. When you see it, you'll believe it. When you see that's your power, you know you can do more. You see one, you believe one, right? You've seen two, I've seen two before, I believe in two. Make it happen. I remember carrying bags of heavy potatoes with me. I had it before, why can't I have it now? You know what I mean, yeah? I've got an empty bag. This is a bag for carrying things. So what is it? It's a bag. You know it's something for carrying stuff. You don't say, I've got this piece of plastic in my hand. No, I've got two hands. What are these for? Uncountable things. I said before, it's like the sentence in the book. You might read every book in the library and say you know the author, you know who read it. How are you going to know exactly what that author meant when he was writing that book? You know what I mean? But it's like you'll know, you might say you read every book in the library, but you didn't understand even one. You didn't even understand one meaning. You didn't even study that one book. If you were to read only one book in the library, walk out every day, think about the meaning in there, or even one sentence, and just think, how can I use that? How many ways I can use that? Like a technique in fighting martial arts, or the words yes or no, as simple as that. And how many ways I can use this meaning. Because whatever meaning is, it's just how you see it, think it, hear it. Hear the word, and how you think. It's just, that's your mind. Your mind is your world. Your world is just your mind. So, you know, so if you be realistic and true to yourself and say that, like, just like the sentence is say you can have a gun in your hand. You might be locked in a room, and you say, damn, what can I do? All I have is this gun. I don't have a key, nothing to knock the door down, you know. There's no window, you know, oh my God, you know what I mean, yeah? It's dark in here or whatever. You might be able to make a fire or somewhere and see some light, and you might find a way, you might find something else in there to get, make the light, and you'll be able to see more things. I'm just trying to say, you might have a gun in your hand, you might be in a room, let's say, a light room, let's say, not a dark one, but you're in there, and you bring the darkness to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you see a bit of darkness and you grow it into a bigger developed situation. You're always growing things, people just can't help it, it seems, they're growing anyway, they're a growing organism. And they're fucking shrinking the world into nothing, dissolving. Got to make it happen. Because you're in the room, you're locked in, you feel you're a prisoner. That's what you become. You become a dead prisoner. You're in the room. You say there's no way out. There's no tomorrow. You're in the prison of your mind almost. People doing this same very thing in their mind before they're even doing the real life, and that's what affects their real life. They don't realise. It's not psychology. I'm not Mr. Super Doctor. This is what it really is. Not reading people's mind. truly studying what we understand, because that's the only thing we can ever understand in what we're saying, or think we understand what we're saying, or what we're doing, thinking in our mind with the words before we say it, before we do it. It's all a language of communication, and we're all affecting things even if we don't know it. It might not be deliberate, but that's what it is, and same with other people. Can't be patient in the understanding of other people. Hallelujah! Right? Back to reality. You're back to life, back to reality. But basically, you're standing in a room, you're locked in this room, chains on the mother effing doors, right? You can't even get a steel door, whatever. You've got a gun in your hand, a gun in your hand, and you say to yourself, damn, I only know that this gun can shoot, it can kill people, that's the only way I can use it. Well, that's not it. It's like the sentence you read in the book, it's the same thing. Oh, that's what it means. No, it can mean many things as long as you want it to make it what it means. So you can use that gun. You don't need to say, oh, I've nothing I can do, I'll just kill myself. There's no way out. That's the way out. That's not the way out. That's giving up. There's no need to commit suicide in this life. Why should you? You say, I had no choice to be born, so why can't I have a choice to take my life away? No, that's ridiculous weakness. Okay, because you've always been thinking, you've come to this point, you've been thinking so much, you've given yourself so much stress, do you know it or not? You're thinking that they've given it to you, they don't give a fuck. Other people go through their life, and then even if that people have brought you down, you've just let it affect you. You've got to become nothing to let that dissolve, and then you can resolve. Dissolve to resolve, resurrector, making the sector. And really, before you can make it happen, before you can make, a better answer, finger on the trigger. No, point in the right direction before you put the finger on the trigger. You know what I mean? So you've got the gun in the hand, it's coming to me without me even thinking about it. That's how easy it is. You learn not to work your whole life. Life's not all for working. You work to live a better life. You'll be less hard work, and you get more. And then you'll know, you'll be more motivated to be stronger, and you'll be able to get more done. Not you'll be motivated to work even harder and bust my fucking back and then pay me less. Get more for less. That's what you want. You don't want to get less for more. But you've got the gun, right? Water pistol. Now you've got a gun in your hand. Super soaker, no joking. You've got a real gun in your hand. You're locked in a room, and you just kill yourself. That's not the right way of thinking. You can point that gun at the lock on the door, let's say. And, just give you an example, an idea for this example here, and shoot your way out of the room. You know what I mean? Shoot the lock off and get out. Then you'll be free. You would not have imagined that. You might waste the first bullet. If there's only one bullet, you might say, well, what's going to happen on the outside? What if there's other people there? Then what can I do? I won't be able to fight. So he says there's all these challenges in life. We've got to think about it. We've got to be prepared and think. You're going to die of starvation in this room. You need to fight and get out one way or another. You know what I'm saying, yeah? No, it's quite. Or you're someone standing on the other side of the door. You're afraid you're going to shoot him. You're afraid that when you shoot that door your way, you might just shoot through the door, and you're going to study in that and kill somebody. So there's no way out. But what I'm trying to say is, that's kind of you. You might, but then again, you might be able to use that. You might even be able to, you can shoot low, shoot the leg, but then you can't get out. Or you might be like, you got to think, oh, can I get the key, or is there some way I can use this person to help me, Communicate through the door. Try to let him open the door so you don't waste that bullet later on, when he opens the door. So these are military kind of strategies here. I'm just saying, you never come to the final answer. You never know what's going to happen. But you can't make up all this bullshit in your mind and bring yourself so down to like giving up to that level. It's not good at all. No way. You've got to find a way to make your life better and make things more acceptable. You've got to open more doors before you can go more ways. You've got to get more bags before you can carry more things. Yeah? You've got to be more logical before life can become more easy, so you're not carrying all this bullshit. Everything is drop them, Guns, load them, blow them. Really. So that's what I'm trying to say. Is so when you in your mind, don't have such concepts in your mind. Be original, be clear in your mind. That's what I say. Train hard and stay safe. Welcome to my channel. You will find many kinds of different videos on my channel. Many short videos, not long like this one. Okay. Thank you for watching. Also, I'm very, very sorry for the quality of my videos. Some of my videos may be less good quality, less clear if they're longer videos because of the conversion process and uploading them online. So I want you to understand that, okay? Thank you very, very much for watching. The shorter videos and some of my videos will be much better quality, very clear. Some of them may be a little bit fuzzy because they're like longer videos, but if you see videos like that, don't worry, okay? Not all of my videos are like that, okay? They are, you know, I try to put out very good, clear videos on the visual and the audio when I can, as often as possible. I hope you enjoy my videos. My name is Richard Clark, Wushu Richard. I'm so happy, I'll be so happy to hear your stories, see what videos you make, and learn from you too. And it's all a learning process of life. We're learning whether we like it or not, even if we're rejecting information as soon as we see it. As soon as you become, you know, expose yourself to that, you've got it, you know, you've got your own ideas straight away, right? How to use that, or how to do better. So that's what it's about, you know. So train hard and stay safe. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Thank you for watching my videos, always. Thank you all my friends and subscribers.